If you'd like to see a part 2 to today's video where we go through the best championship kits of the decade, then leave a like on today's video. But what we're here to do today is look back on the past 10 years, go through every championship club, and I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on what has been your club's worst kit of the decade, and we have had some shockers in here. Obviously this video is just based off personal choice really, but let me know down below what do you think has been your club's worst kit of the decade. Before we do get into anything though, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors over at Onefootball. As always, their link will be in the top line of the description down below. Over on the Onefootball app you can go ahead and read up on all the latest information going on around the championship. We got the transfer window open at the moment. We also had FA Cup action going on last night where we had a couple of upsets going on, and I think it's fair to say Shrewsbury knocking out Bristol City for a chance to play Liverpool in the next round. So Bristol City fans I'm sure won't be too happy about that. Spurs just about got past Middlesbrough. We saw Reading beating Blackpool, and we got Cardiff playing tonight as well, so you can keep up to date with that game over on the Onefootball app. Like I said, I'd highly recommend. But we'll be going through the championship and every club's worst kit of the decade in my opinion. So without any further ado, let's jump into this one. So starting the video out with Barnsley, I was going to go with their away kit from this season, but weirdly enough, it's sort of grown on me a little bit. We did a video on this earlier on this season, and it's a strange design pattern, but seeing it more as the season's gone on, it has grown on me a little bit, I must say. For their worst kit though, I've gone for their 2013/14 away kit. They were relegated this year to League One. It just doesn't do it for me. Some people might like this one with the blue, and then they got the white stripe going down there. They put the shirt sponsor on vertical, which is different to say the least, but it just leaves the rest of the kit looking a bit plain really. With the rest of the blue on there, it looks a bit like a training kit. You might like this one. For me, it's not really doing it. Next up we go to Birmingham, and for their worst kit I've gone for their 15/16 away kit. I understand this was based on a classic kit. It's a throwback kit in that respect. They got the classic badge on there, but it's just really jarring to look at. Yellow, red and black. It's a striking kit that stands out to say the least, but I just cannot get on board with this. I feel like this is the sort of kit where you're either going to love it or hate it. It's made by Cabrini. For me, it's not doing it at all. Blackburn Rovers have actually gone for their away kit this season. I said in my video at the start of the season that I wasn't sure what to make of this kit, and having a bit of time to think on it, I'm just not a fan. A few clubs have gone for that whole idea this season of sort of splitting the football shirt in half. They got the weird design pattern going on one side. The 10-bet sponsor whacked in the middle is a little bit jarring for me. And I'm normally a sucker for an Umbro shirt as well, but this time I think they've missed the mark with it. Brentford have gone for last season's away kit. I still don't know what they were thinking with this one. A brown away kit. It sounds bad when you say it out loud, but when you look at it, this one, I mean, I thought they might grow on me, but it's not at all. They've got that tacky Leo Vega sponsor on there, which I'm not a fan of at all. It makes it look even more tacky, and then they've got the orange on top, which doesn't fit in the white bar as well. I do not like this kit at all. Bristol City have had some interesting kits over the years, to say the least. I've seen quite a diverse opinion on the purple and lime kits that they've had over the past few seasons. For me personally, I actually quite like these ones, and since Bristol City have switched to Bristol Sport manufacturing their kits, I actually think they've had some bangers in there. For one that I'm not a fan of though, we're going back to 2013/14, and the black away kit they had for that season, I really wasn't feeling this one. And sometimes if you can pull a black away kit off, it actually can look really nice. But the way they go about this one with the white trimmings on it and the red and the white along the side isn't really doing it for me. Cardiff City, their 14/15 home kit. Remember when Cardiff changed their home colours from blue to red? This was just a weird time in football really. In the hopes to expand Cardiff into a global brand, they decided to change the badge as well. Ultimately it didn't work out. I don't think the fans were particularly happy about it at the time either. I think they had 3 red kits. I could have picked any of them really, but this one especially, I wasn't digging at all. Charlton Athletic have gone for their 14/15 third kit. This one has the disadvantage of sort of just looking like an ice lolly. It's bold and it stands out, but I can't look at that and say that I think that's a nice kit. Next up we get to Derby County with their 13/14 Thunderbird inspired third kit. What on earth were they thinking for this one? This could quite possibly be the worst kit we got on this list so far. The sponsor they got slapped on there, the buymobiles.net, is way too big. To be fair, I'm not a fan of a lot of kits where they got that whole seatbelt thing going across the kit, and Derby, they're not pulling it off in this one at all. Fulham have had some nice kits over the decade, but for their worst one, we're going back to 15/16 for their away kit that season. Once again, it's another club who's gone for that sort of half and half split, which I'm not a big fan of. They tried to jazz it up a bit with the pattern around the neck and sleeves, but those two colours, I don't feel they blend together. Remember when Paddy Power had everyone on strings when they made everyone believe that Huddersfield will be wearing this kit for the upcoming season? If this kit was real, no doubt it goes down as the worst kit of the decade, and it would probably go down as the worst kit of the century actually, with that massive Paddy Power logo slapped on there like a seatbelt. Huddersfield looked like they were on the way to a hen party, and it was a disaster of a kit, albeit it did end up to be a PR stunt. For a kit that Huddersfield actually wore though, I wasn't really a fan of their 17/18 home kit. I like stripes look quite clean. They went for a bit of a different effect on them in this one. I thought the boxed off sponsor looked a little bit tacky in this one as well. Hull City, I've gone for their 12/13 home kit. For Hull City, I just prefer them with stripes really, and I think that if they were going to go for a kit without stripes, they'd need to do a little bit more with it that they've not really done for this kit, and it just comes off as a little bit boring for me as a home kit for Hull. They're known as the Tigers. I think their kit should reflect that, and this one for me doesn't really do it. Leeds United, I've gone for their 13/14 gold away kit. This one, they tried something different, I'll give them credit for that, but the actual design that they ended up coming up with, I'm not too sure about this. I'd be interested to know if the Leeds fans in general like this kit, but for me personally, I don't know if it's actually this shade of colour they've gone for, but it just looks like a bit of an ugly kit, and the design they've got, it looks a bit boxed off. The way the colour bends around then loops into a different shape's a bit wacky. To be fair, I'm never normally a massive fan of a Macron kit, and this one for Leeds this year, yeah, I think that one's better left in the past, to be honest. Luton Town, I've gone for their third kit this season. I already know some people are going to absolutely love this kit, but I'm not feeling it really. They were wearing it when they came to Deepdale, and in the flesh, I just wasn't a fan. It's the little pink squares on the black. As a concept, it doesn't sound all too bad, but when I look at it, it's got the white armbands on there as well. That one's just not for me. Middlesbrough, I've gone for their 16/17 home kit. This one, in terms of home kits and what Middlesbrough have been wearing lately, yeah, it's right down there for me. The weird white stripe that they're going on at the bottom of the shirt, it just looks a bit misplaced. It looks like they were just trying to do something to jazz it up a little bit. It's got the blue trimmings on there as well. Lately, Borough have had some decent kits as well, but as home kits go, yeah, that one's not up there for me. Millwall went for a grey away kit last year, and that sounds probably as good as it was. It wasn't very good for me. This was their away kit from last year. The sponsor's pretty big on it, but that colour, I mean, a grey away, it doesn't sound like a good idea in concept, but they tried to pull it off and didn't really do so for me. I think the Forest away shirt from this season certainly split people's opinions with the contrasting colours going on there. You know, it sort of looks like two football kits sewn together. Interest though from Forest fans and general Championship fans if you actually like that kit. But I can't ignore their away kit from 16/17. I slagged Middlesbrough off for this design pattern, and Adidas basically did a copy and paste from the Middlesbrough kit for this one. It's the weird red stripe at the bottom of it. It just looks a bit, I don't know if it's just as a concept, I'm just not a big fan of that. For North End over the last decade, I'd probably say we've had sort of quite a few boring kits. Not many kits that I've actively not liked, but we've had quite a few boring kits. If you're making the away kit yellow, I'm probably going to like it. For an away kit that I didn't like though, 16/17. We decided to go for that stripe across. I'm not a fan of it on many football kits. This one was no different to that really. With the white going through the 888 sport, yeah, I wasn't feeling that kit at all in the time. QPR, I've gone for their 13/14 third kit. When you go for a yellow and green kit, it needs to be something pretty special to pull it off. Do QPR manage it? Not for me really. It's a bit of a mess of a shirt with the green, and then they got the thin white stripes and then the yellow going through that. I wasn't feeling that one. With Reading, I've gone for their 16/17 away kit. It's an interesting concept, but one which I'm not sure they managed to pull off, with the sort of black and the thin stripes getting thinner and thinner as the shirt goes up. They changed the badge up for it as well. It's that sort of highlighter pen colour they've gone for, which can look nice on away kits, but with the black and how the stripes were going across diagonally, I'm not sure. Sheffield Wednesday came in with an absolute clanger in the 14/15 season for their second goalkeeper choice kit. It's a bit of an out there one, but this was their attempt at a kit, and oh my god, that is probably the worst thing I've seen today, to be honest. Yellow and orange mixed together like that with the stripes going across, oh dear, with the orange shorts as well. The sponsor looks pretty wacky on it as well, but what were the kit manufacturers thinking? With Stoke, I've gone for their 17/18 away kit, and once again it's Macron making another entry to today's list. It's the thin red stripes that they've gone for in this kit which just aren't working for me. I quite like that shade of blue and the colour they've gone for as well, but the weird pattern they've gone for in the chest just ruins the kit for me. Swansea City have gone for their 11/12 away kit. An orange away kit is always going to be quite hit or miss. For me, this one is quite miss. I think it's the fact they've gone all orange for this one, you know. Orange top, orange shorts, orange socks. That's just too much orange for me. West Brom have obviously gone for those green and yellow away kits for the past couple of seasons, and a lot of people find them quite jarring. I don't know, but they've started to grow on me quite a bit, especially their away kit from this season. It's one of them that's like so ugly that it's actually quite nice, if that makes any sense. But for West Brom's worst kit, I'm going to go back to 14/15 when they had this as their home kit. For me, just doesn't scream West Brom at me, you know. They went for the pinstripes for the one season, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. When you're a club that wears stripes, I prefer them to be proper and well defined. That home kit that year, it wasn't doing it for me at all. I wasn't a big fan of that one. And then to finish the video off with Wigan's away kit from last season, they sort of mustered the effort that Wigan went for. It's another kit that's got pinstripes on, which I'm not the biggest fan of either. But I think it's just that particular colour which I'm not a massive fan of. It makes it a bit of an ugly kit, really. I'm sure that was quite another hit and miss kit. But guys, there you have it. There was every Championship club and what has been, for me, their worst kit of the past decade. So do you guys agree with me? Get all your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you'd like to see a part 2 to this video where we go over each Championship club's best kit of the decade, make sure to leave a like on today's video. But apart from that, guys, that will now wrap it up for today's video. So if you did go on to enjoy, make sure you do leave a like and make sure you do subscribe for a bit of regular Championship content. It is always massively appreciated. But apart from that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.